Today, the anti-porn group known as the National Center on Sexual Exploitation has persuaded two major retailers to put Cosmopolitan magazine behind cover blocking blinders like they use for adult magazines like Playboy. Now, we have a copy of the latest issue right here. If you go to Rite Aid or places owned by Del Hayes America, this magazine cover will be blocked by a protective shade so that children can't see the cover. Now, the director of the group leading this crusade says, quote unquote, Cosmo is actually just another porn magazine pushing readers to try violent group or anal sex, end quote. Don't freak out, caveman, all right? But others feel the magazine is one of the few magazines that truly celebrates female sexuality and shows there's nothing wrong with women wanting or liking sex. So the question today, should Cosmo get covered up? Why or why not? Now, I want to pull this up here because some of the things, we all know what Cosmopolitan looks like, right? The cover is always something that is, I think, sexually flattering for a female body. Some of the things, though, that we wanted to point out, the sex move he will worship you for.
And Kevin has an answer.
Oh, I can answer that.
You can answer
the sex
this.
move I will worship my wife for? Just say yes.
just say yes. And then we'll go
I had an encounter with my son when he was 8. He pointed to the cover of Cosmo in the grocery store and he said, Dad, what's a G-spot?
Oh!
Ooh,
right?
Okay.
And,
What did you say?
I had to think on my feet. All I could think was, son, it's like a $1 blackjack table. It's mythical and hard to find.
Oh!
That's all I had.
But do you think that's a parent's job, is to take what is out there in the media, to take what is out there in stores, and you're the ones responsible for either explaining it or not explaining it? Should it be the magazine's responsibility to cover or not cover it up?
I think that kids today are subjected to so much adult information that we didn't have when we were kids.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, and it's coming at them so fast from every direction, on their smartphones,
The internet.
in the grocery store.
Right.
My personal opinion is anything that pushes that back just a little bit is probably a good thing.
So you would not be opposed to seeing a cover like they do on a pornographic magazine?
Well, Playboy is not particularly pornographic, and certainly doesn't have as provocative.
It's very suggestive. If they're talking about Cosmopolitan and banning them and putting the little sign above or wherever to cover it up, what about the other magazine, Sports Illustrated? That's very suggestive. The ladies in scantily clad bikinis,
or the naked people in ESPN magazine.
Oh yeah, and
the
in
body
Europe,
issue.
It's very different. Culturally, they're more open. You go to the beach and they're nude. That's just how they grow up. But here, we're very conservative and we're not used to that. So as the store owner, it would depend on if I'm getting boycotted or rioted for these magazines. And if not, and if it's selling, I wouldn't do anything.
I learned a lot of things growing up from Cosmopolitan, and I think I came out okay. I do think, like you said, suggestive, some of the words. Just read this one last headline. I slept with the male model, and here's what I learned.
I wrote that.
You wrote that?
Oh,
that's actually you.
Sex is on the cover 2 times.
Right.
Right?
What do you guys think? We're going to talk about this in a little bit. Share your thoughts on our Valley View Live Facebook page. Hop on Twitter or Instagram right now. Our handle is @ValleyViewLive, and we'll be reading some of your responses on air later in the show. You can read the responses, okay?
I would love to read the responses, and I'll respond to the responses.
There you go. That's all we ask.
You can be the first.